And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Feller, aka the Gonzogoose, back with you for another review. This time with another Marvel book. I'm looking at Superior Spider-Man number 28, Goblin Nation, Part 2. And as you can tell from my background, actually that side, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, my favorite character. Just love Spider-Man, always related to him. So anyway, Mike Spider Slayer and I are trading off reviews of the whole Goblin Nation saga right here on Comic Frontline, and this time it's my turn to do Superior Spider-Man, so very excited about this issue. First of all, it's written by Dan Slott, of course, with art by Giuseppe Camuncoli, and if you remember from last issue was kind of a setup issue, and we had Green Goblin meeting with Spider-Man, and he reveals to him that he knows he's Otto Octavius, and he offers him one last chance to join him, and kind of join forces and take over. And Otto's pride, doesn't allow him to do that, and he says, "No, that this is war," and he doesn't say that, but it's kind of the implication there. And that kind of sets everything off, and Spider Island gets destroyed and all this stuff. Everything goes crazy, and that's where things pick up with this issue. The goblins are everywhere. They're systematically attacking every aspect of Peter Parker's life. They're going after all his loved ones. They're going after him, his business, everything. They're just going to take him completely out, and everything's falling apart for him. And meanwhile, while all this is going on, we still have the battle inside his head, where Peter Parker is hiding inside Otto Octavius' memories, and he's trying to find his way out. And throughout the issue, he's slowly losing himself piece by piece, because the memories of Otto's childhood and life are merging with his own, and he keeps referring to himself as Otto, and then he's got to keep reminding himself, "No, I'm Peter Parker." And it's a very interesting struggle as we see that play out throughout the issue, and in these beautiful two-page spreads with these creative panel breaks showing the different memories of Otto, and as they merge together with Peter Parker's, to the point you actually see Otto's head on Peter Parker's body as a teenager, with the bow tie and the vest and the whole Archie kind of look, classic 50s Archie. So it was just really beautiful montages there. Art-wise, I actually really liked the art in this issue. I think a lot of the action scenes were just brilliantly constructed. We had Wraith come into play, and you had the smoke going all around, and then one of the goblins attacks, and she's using the same technology as the spider bots, so she can't see the goblins, and so it's like a ghost fighting a ghost kind of, and it's really interesting. And we had this giant robot that Spider-Man's working with, and meanwhile he's there's actually, it's not funny, it's very dramatic. One of the Spider Patrol guys gets killed, but he's like, "Not number 23. 23 was my favorite." I don't know, I laughed about that, I'm sorry. It was just this funny minion moment, I guess, that I appreciated. But yeah, I thought it was a fantastic issue. The way I'm missing a whole lot of details because everything is just jumbling my head together. We had J. Jonah Jameson bringing out the Spider Slayers, on he's called them Goblin Slayers, but they are the Spider Slayers, even with Jonas's face on the lead one, and just like the classic Spider Slayers. And so who knows where that's going to lead. And one really cool thing is Mary Jane, she's sitting in her apartment watching this newscast as he announces the Goblin Slayers. And she's sitting there with Ollie, who's the firefighter that I guess she's dating now. And she's like, no, this is crazy. I've been through this. I know how this ends. I got to do something. All of a sudden, this is a minor spoiler, but the Goblin kids crash in. If you remember, they were with the Vulture many issues back, and they attacked her nightclub and everything, and they come back into play, and they're goblins now, and she pulls out tricks of her own. She goes into a safe. Again, spoiler if you want to fast forward for a second. But she pulls out web shooters, and she's like shooting them. She's like, you know what, this isn't going to happen. I know how to deal with this. And Ollie's like, this isn't a game, MJ. And she's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's what the goblin wants. And if this is a game, I'm the wild card. It was the most brilliant use of Mary Jane in this entire series. This was Mary Jane. She was like, you know what, I'm taking matters into my own hands. I'm gonna, play my part and beat him at his own game, and we're gonna do this right. And it was awesome. I mean, there was this one image of her close up, and maybe they went a little too far art wise and made her look a little bit mad, but I thought it was like a look of determination. That's when she says, I'm the wild card in this game, and it was just, I thought it was brilliant. I've been waiting for this version of Mary Jane to pop up, and finally we get her, and that was honestly for me the best moment of the issue. And I actually watched Mike Spiderslayer's review too, and it was his favorite moment as well. Just that whole scene with Mary Jane. But like I said, you have Mary Jane's trying to get all of Peter's family and friends out of town ahead of time, but the Goblin has other plans, and interjects into that plan with his goblins and stuff. And we see Carly show up as a goblin, and she's fighting Peter. And there was a lot going on. There was battles everywhere, and there was a lot of information to take in, but it was so good. This felt like a big event. This felt like the big war that we've been leading up to all this time. And so much better than the previous issue for me. I really, really enjoyed this issue. At the same time, it wasn't a perfect issue. There were, like I said, there was a lot going on. So it was, and I think you did have to have some prior knowledge of certain things to. They did a good job of kind of recapping throughout the issue through Peter's inner monologue. But at the same time, I feel like you still had to know just a little bit of, who certain characters were, who Carly was, who, I cannot think of her name. The girl at the end of the book, the other goblin. You had to know who these characters were, who Wraith was. If you haven't been reading the series, you're going to be a little bit lost in certain characters. But the overall theme of it, the overall war, the Goblin Nation versus Spider-Man, and that's as clear as day. And it's, that part of it is very brilliant. And so is and even better is like I said, the memory battle that's happening inside Peter's head. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the issue. Looking forward to how this whole Goblin Nation story plays out and how we see that resolution and Peter Parker finally come back. So I'm going to give this issue 4 1/4 star. Not quite a 4.5, but I thought it was a little bit better than a 4. So 4.25 out of 5 for Superior Spider-Man number 28, Goblin Nation Part 2. Alright, so hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this issue. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, whether you like this issue or not. Check out all the other reviews and other content that we have on the channel. All kinds of stuff. Like I said, reviews. We've got Media Madness, we got Kitty Corner, Trash Bag Time, TV Time, Movie Matinee, all this cool content, toy reviews, toy chest, haul videos, you name it, we got it. So much to check out. And real quick, I want to do my personal thank you to our 500 plus subscribers now. Thanks for getting us to 500. Check out the giveaway contest video for details how to win that great Green Lantern Artifacts Kotobukiya statue. So check that out. And of course, check out comicrelated.com and comicfrontline.com, both your number one source for all your comic news, reviews, podcasts, webcomics, and so much more. Listen to Zone 4 every Friday right here on Comic Frontline and various other places. zone4podcast.com, comicrelated.com, but it'll be here every Friday night as well. And Hall of Toys every month. That Toy Fair special still coming, so I'll be on the lookout for that as well. So I think that's it. So until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.